is what the important things. Chemical bond can be either it can be covalent bond, or it can be ionic bond, or it can be coordinate bond. So between atom, sorry, between the atom, what is there? This type of bond there, covalent, ionic bond, or coordinate bond. One more type of bond is there. It can be metallic bond. But I am not talking about these things. This you might have heard about in the chemical bonding. We are talking about that, suppose this is the molecules are there. In molecule, we are not talking. We are talking inside the molecule, we are not talking. Suppose n number of molecules are there, then what we will do? Here, suppose we are having P4. Again, we are having P4. Again, we are having P4. Already you got to know that is here is already bonding is there. Chemical bonding is there. Here this molecule is already bonds are there. Similarly, here is there. P is there. This you can understand. But I am talking about what kind of bond will be there between these three molecules. Now, their octets are complete. So what kind of bond will be there between? Because they are the molecule one. This is the phosphorus molecule one. This is going to be another molecule that is going to be two. And here, if you are talking about the molecule is three. So, sorry, between the molecule, when you are talking about between the molecule, that is what is the force which exert, that is what is known as intermolecular forces.
Okay.
Are you able to understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is what we need to understand this one. Now I'm erasing this one. Let us try to understand. I'm asking you one question to you. Okay. Here you see, although N2 have triple bond, N2 have triple bond, triple covalent bond, triple covalent bond, but occurs in where they are occur, but occurs in gaseous state. Occurs in gaseous state. Okay, here is the meaning is that is strong triple covalent bond, strong triple covalent bond, but occurs in gaseous state region. Why? Guess.
Because
Answer option I am giving you now. A number option I am giving you, covalent bond is there. Okay, A number option is covalent bond. If I am writing B number option, ionic bond, ionic bond. C number option, I am taking the coordinate bond, coordinate bond. And last one, they are saying that is D number, intermolecular force of attraction. Intermolecular force of attraction. Tell me,
it will
intermolecular force of.
be D, right?
Yeah. So that is what the meaning. Till now, I am defining this one. The answer is intermolecular force of attraction. Means states of matter. That is the main point. Today's main point. Whatever you are studying, main point. Here I am focusing now. States of matter. Its states of matter is depends on what? States of matter is depends on intermolecular force of attraction. Intermolecular force of attraction. Got it?
Yeah.
Force of attraction means the matter I am not defining. Matter, you know very well, that is anything which have mass and occupy the space, they are the matter. What will be the states of matter, whether it will be solid or whether it will be liquid or whether it will be gas, that will depends on, broadly it will depends on intermolecular force of attraction. They are single bond, double bond, triple bond, they are not going to play a role there. Okay, that much role they are not going to play. The main role will be played by the intermolecular force of attraction. If the intermolecular force of attraction is very strong, molecule is going to be very much solid. If it is very weak, molecule is going to be gas. Okay, so these are the points are there. Let me share the slide so that you will be able to understand that also. Here we are having the this is there. Just take. Okay, this is there. So if you see, no, I just want to increase the little bit highlighting, not trying to highlight. Yeah, got it now. So here you see that is what they have given here. That is liquid solution, solid solution, and they are the solutions are there. Now, what the point they are saying? That is, first of all, they are discussing some point they have discussed. What the point are there? This point you try to understand.
Sorry, your voice cut off.
My voice is cutting out. Wait. It will be okay. Yeah. So here you see, is it audible now?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see what they are saying. That is, we have seen the chemistry is the study of matter. That's okay. Furthermore, we know that matter exists in three states. That also you know very well. Now, what the point, important point, which we are going to discuss here. See, you can see here that is matter they have explained. How they have explained here. If you are talking about the gaseous state, here molecule you see far away from each other, and their direction you see here, direction is what? That is randomized direction is there. This direction are known as what? Zigzag motions are there. In this molecule, in the gas, what are there? Intermolecular force are very weak. Between the molecule, there is very weak force of attraction. So their molecules are randomizedly, they are moving in the container. Here you take liquid state, little bit systematic they are there, little bit systematic, not that much of randomized. They are not going in any of the direction. But in the solid, you will find that is proper arrangement is there. Here you will find that is, here the 3D structures are there, and lattice structure they are finding means they are having fixed position. So that is, these molecules are having the strong force of attraction. That is why they are happening. Now they are saying the non-metallic atoms shared electrons, we have seen that they form particles that are that we call what? Molecules. So non-metallic atom, just now I told you, nitrogen plus nitrogen combined, then it form what? N2 molecule. Yes, I told you this one. When atoms combine, they form the molecule. That is the what the first point. Now let us see, that is what the next statement they are saying. If you talk about the next statement, here they are saying this one. When we examine type of bond in sitting, we see that there are intermolecular bond that exist within a molecule to hold the molecules together. Which bond? You emphasize this portion. Which molecule to hold the molecule together. Okay, to hold the molecule together, and that is what is not the. There are also intermolecular bond that exists between molecule. So these things they are talking about. What they are talking, that is intermolecular bond, that exists between molecules. So between molecules, suppose it is O2 and O2. So what kind of bond is existing? You can see that is two molecules are there between the molecule, intermolecular, like you are in different country, I am in India. So that is different molecule or different country means what is called, that is international. Suppose you are going by flight, what is international flight? Or any cricket match is going on, said that is what? International match. Between the two different country means international. Similarly, between two different molecule or two molecule, what is happening? Intermolecular. Are you be able to understand meaning of intermolecular forces?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is what between two molecule, that is the intermolecular force of attraction. Okay. Now, so we see here, if you are talking about the types, already you told me about the type. Let me write here in the downside here. Type, already you told me. If you talk about intermolecular forces, so there are so many types are there. Let us try to understand types of intermolecular forces. Intermolecular forces. Here you see intermolecular forces. So when you talk about types of intermolecular forces, there are so many types are there, but you check out how many are there in your syllabus. Okay, when we teach engineering students, we find that is so many types are there. What are the type number first when you are talking about? That is a dipole attraction. Dipole attraction. Just now I think you told the name dipole
Yeah.
interaction. That is what, this is the first one, dipole interaction. When you are talking about the second one, if you are, so that is what is known as dipole induced dipole. Dipole induced dipole. Dipole induced dipole attraction. Third one is you said that is a London forces. I think you said the name this one.
Yeah.
London forces. You said beginning the class. Yes or no?
Yeah.
London forces, that is also known as what? Dispersion forces. Dispersion forces. Fourth one is what is that? Iron dipole. This is the iron dipole. Okay. And last one, that is fifth one, is hydrogen bonding. Okay. The fifth one is hydrogen bonding. Now, when you are talking about the order of strength, after understanding, you will be able to. This is the first category. Iron dipole is strongest one. This is the coming to middle one. Okay, this is the third position, and remaining whatever there is a dipole induced and London forces, these are the position on the strength, that is fourth position. So mostly whatever find, that is the here, no, iron dipole is there, then dipole interaction is there, hydrogen bonding is there, and here is dipole induced dipole, that is very weak. London forces, that is already by the name it is appearing, that is dispersion. This is a much weaker bond. The least weakest one is the this one. Which one is dispersion force state? And strongest one is what? Iron dipole. That we will be able to understand later part of this video. So let us try to understand. Can I explain the first one?
Sure.
Yeah. So let us try to understand the first one, iron dipole interaction. So if you are talking about, I'm erasing this. The problem is what? I just wanted to increase the size of this space, but,
it's not.
The options are not coming. That is what the problem.
Maybe you can try reloading the page.
Okay. Let us go. So dipole, I am going dipole and dipole interaction. Dipole interaction. Okay. So this is found in the too many type of molecules. Okay. First of all, if I will ask from you, can you please tell me what is the dipole? Can you be able to tell me what is meaning of dipole?
So, from my understanding, dipole is when you have two elements that are bonded to each other and they have a great electronegativity difference, which then causes sort of these poles to exist in a covalent bond, where the more electronegative element takes a negative pole and the less electronegative element takes a positive pole.
That is very, very profound way you said it. That is nicely. You are very intelligent. It's filled. So you see, that is, if you are going for this one, dipole, I'm taking with the example. If you are talking about HCl, here you say that is HCl. Again, I am taking that is HCl. If I will ask from you, this is the first molecule. You can go that is, this is the first molecule. If you are talking about this is the second molecule. If you see, and if you are talking about this is the third molecules. Okay, molecules means molecules are formed by combination of atom. Two atoms are there, so they are forming the molecule. Atoms, you must be knowing, atoms plus atoms, they are going to form the molecules. Okay, that is the very simple things. Now here is first molecule, second molecule, but here molecule combining, they will form the larger compound, or they are going to form the metal. Just now you told me that is there is the electronegative difference on the dipole. That is what you explained. That is absolutely correct. Dipole means two pole, and two pole may mean that is positive and negative pole. Why you said that is what you said? Due to difference in what you said? Can you tell me? Due to difference in
electronegativity.
Due to differences electronegativity. That is very good. What is electronegativity, Saurya?
It is like the atom's ability to the tendency of like the atom to attract like how strong it attracts other electrons.
Yeah, shared paired electron.
Yeah,
this is the single bond is there, two electron is there. So how it's going to, now can you please tell me in a HCl molecule which is going to attract either H or the Cl?
So I think the Cl will take the negative end and the H will take the positive.
Yeah. This is the second most electronegative element. If you are talking about FCl, so this is the fluorine is having the value 4, 4.0. Chlorine is 3.5. So, this is if you are talking about fluorine is most electronegative, then chlorine is there, then oxygen is there, and nitrogen are there. So they are the order of electronegativity. So if you're talking hydrogen is 2.5. If you keep in mind, hydrogen electronegativity is 2.1. Okay, 2.1 hydrogen, carbon is 2.5, and fluorine is 3.5. This is the value without unit, the value are given. So 2.1 is hydrogen electronegativity, and fluorine is chlorine is 3.5, fluorine is fluor.
Okay.
0. So this point, if you are if you it is there in your mind, it will be helpful to you to understand. So see, you are telling that is this is going to both the electron is going to the shifting toward the chlorine. So that is what it is going to acquire the negative charge. This is going to acquire the positive charge. Similarly, if you are talking about this one, it is going to acquire negative. It is acquired to positive. If this is positive and this is negative. Now. There are the between the molecule intermolecular force of attraction will be there. Now you tell me one more point which I want to write here. That is what the rules of attraction. The rules of attraction is there. What are the rules of attraction? That is like charges attract, repel. Like charges, what they are going to do? Repel or attract?
Repel.
Repel. So unlike charge, if you are there, unlike charge. If we are having unlike charge, so attract. Unlike charge, attract. Okay. And unlike charge attract means plus and minus is there. So in that one, that will be the attraction. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you are talking about another one, that is suppose like charge are there. If I am writing that is like charge. So like charge will be that is repulsion. Like charge means if you are talking about the plus and plus. So that is going to be the repel. This is the universal law. So you see in the first molecule, Cl atom is their negative charge. Here is the hydrogen is positive charge. So will there be any type of force of attraction between these molecules?
Yes, the positive and negative will attract each other, right?
Yeah. So they are the getting attracting each other, this one. But this force of attraction is between the molecule. Yes or no? Between first
Yeah.
molecule and second molecule. Then second molecule and third molecule. Yes or no?
Yeah.
So because between the molecule, these bonds are between the molecule. So and there a dipole is there. So we will name it if you are naming this one. So dipole, complete name I am writing dipole. Again going to be dipole, intermolecular force of attraction, intermolecular force of attraction, dipole, intermolecular force of attraction.
Okay.
Are you be able to understand?
Yeah.
Very good. Can I erase this one?
Yeah.
Okay. If anything you want to write, please keep on writing. Or
Yeah, I'm writing simultaneously.
no, you can say to stop. I will give you time to write. There is no need of hurry. No, too much time is there. Okay. Here. Uh, sorry, what the problem? Problem is what this the font of the paper now very small. That is I'm trying to increase the size one, but here the option I'm not getting here in the system. So that is if I'm enlarging by the plus sign. Earlier it came once, but now it's not coming. So let me no cancel. If it will increase the size, no. So we can write little more things on the paper, but it's
Okay.
not coming. It's not coming. Half only it's gone. So let us read out the slide. If anything, we find the some important point here. So it will be helpful to you to understand. Here. Is the same book you are following? They are in your
Yeah.
same book, no? Yeah.
Yeah.
So here you see dipole forces, or they wrote that is bonding dipole, right? So dipole, just we read out that is they are saying we have already seen that some molecules that contain the asymmetrical bonding due to the difference electronegativity. Okay, so although they are the between this one, what is there? that is the covalent bond is there because one electrons here. But what happened? This become asymmetrical. Why? Because all the electron has been attracted by the chlorine. So that is distribution was supposed to be like that. Distribution of supposed to be the molecules should be symmetrical. But what happened? Because of the electronegativity difference, the molecules become the asymmetrical. Like that is size is becoming like this because all the electron is going there. So that is what they are saying. That is the asymmetrical. Asymmetrical means the charges should be one side, negative charge one side. Here in other word, the end of the molecule is different to the other end of the other end in term of charge. So that is what it is coming positive and it is coming negative. So you can be able to understand. Now, if this is the case, it's not surprising then if we bring such a molecule into the close proximity and they are moving slowly enough that positive end of molecule will attract the negative end of another molecule. So it's very much clear to you. I think it will be very much clear to you. Already we discussed that things. Yeah. Okay. So we'll be checking some other point. Here you can see here what they are saying, the similar statement they are saying. The strongest type of is the what dipole bonding. Strongest type they are discussing means in your syllabus, I think in this book, iron dipole must not be there. Okay, that is why they are saying that is strongest. Why? Because all the types of force of attraction not there, but the strongest is iron dipole, keep in mind. But out of here, whatever there in your syllabus, the strongest is dipole. Okay, exist when the polarity of bond within a molecule are at highest, molecules are at their greatest. That you can understand here. Anything important is there? No. This is the for the FON, fluorine, oxygen, and nitrogen. This is for the hydrogen bonding. So better we are discussing the hydrogen bonding than the next level because it is there here. So it will be better. So let's try to understand the hydrogen bonding first. Yeah. Here I am writing hydrogen bonding. That is also known as in the short form, that is the H bonding. Okay. H bonding. Sorry, what is the H bonding? First of all, I am telling you, its application is immense. Its application is very much immense. Suppose that is anything is found in the form of liquid or in the form of solid or in the form of gas. Like if you know that is water, if you are talking about water exists in all the possible three states. Ice is there. So this is going to be solid. Then it can be exist in the form of liquid, again going to that is a liquid means in the form of water. Next one is that it can be the gaseous means vapor. Now you can tell me that is the sometime you can say because of the bond, what type of bond you can say covalent bond. Because HOH, but the correct answer is what? Correct answer.
This is hydrogen bond, H bonding.
H bonding. So if the H bonding is very much extensive H bonding is there, this will be what? Solid. If little less H bonding is there, this will be liquid. If very less is there, that may be the vapor form. But this all is due to what? Hydrogen bonding. Anything is the floating. This is because of the hydrogen bonding. Suppose if I am talking about the solubility, like we dissolve the sugar we dissolve in the water. Sugar also form the hydrogen bonding with the water so that it get dissolved. Okay, and when you are talking about the other thing like sodium chloride, a salt also dissolve in water. So salt in water, how they are going to dissolve? Because it is forming ion and dipole. Because OH is having dipole, you can see here OH is having partial -2 and partial plus and partial plus. So it is having the dipole. So it formed, and what is there? NaCl. Na plus is there, Cl minus. So Na plus is going to combine with this one with oxygen, and Cl is going to combine with this one. So anything is getting dissolved because of this type of intermolecular bonding must be there. Otherwise, if there is no intermolecular force of attraction, there is not going to mix and not going to dissolve. This is what the important. Now we are going for the hydrogen bonding and we are writing the punch line of the hydrogen bonding. That is main statement. So let us try to understand the main statement. The force of attraction, the force of attraction, the force of attraction, which holds the atom together, which holds the atom together, which hold the atom together, or you can write in the, you know, force of attraction. Wait. The force of attraction, you write in this form, between hydrogen atom of one molecule, between hydrogen atom of one molecule, atom of one molecule, with most electronegative atom, most electronegative atom of another molecule, electronegative atom of another molecule, another molecule is known as what? Hydrogen bonding. See, the concept is, what is the definition they are saying here? The force of attraction between hydrogen atom of one molecule with most electronegative atom of another molecule is known as hydrogen bonding. A most electronegative atom, what can be the most electronegative atom? Only FON, fluorine, oxygen and nitrogen. Only 3 atoms are capable to form hydrogen bonding. Other than this, they are not going to form the hydrogen bonding. They are going to form other type of intermolecular force of attraction. But hydrogen bonding is only limited to, that is fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. Now, when you try to understand with the help of example, let us see. I am taking one example. I am taking example number 1. So I am taking, that is HF. HF molecule is there. Then you can tell me example number 2, we can go for H2O molecule. Example number 3, we can go NH3 molecule. Example number 4, we can go RNH2 molecule. So first of all, I'm giving you opportunity, which one you want to understand, which example?
NH2.
This one, the last one.
Yeah.
Last one, RNH2. So here, if you are talking about, see, RNH2 is how defined. So firstly, NH3 is there, and they added the R and removed the hydrogen. So that is what RNH2 form. How? That is, one of the hydrogen is removed, so minus, and one R is, alkyl group is added, so that is RNH2. Now, if you see the structure, if you are making ammonia structure is something like that. Ammonia structure, actually it is the pyramidal shape, but we are, for the hydrogen bonding, we are making like that. This one, okay, H N H H. So at the place of, if you are talking about, if I am making this one, here is hydrogen, here is hydrogen, here is hydrogen. So in this case, what we can write here is, you can write hydrogen, here is hydrogen, and downside we can write the nitro R. Can we draw the structure of this molecule like this? Yeah. So little bit I'm erasing this one. I hope you will be able to understand how RNS2 formed. So here is C. So if you are talking about that one, you mention N, R, here is hydrogen, here is hydrogen, R, NH2. Then again, I'm mentioning the same way you need to mention other molecule. Here is R, downside this is S, here is H, here is N, upside this is R, here is hydrogen. If you are making another molecule H, here is N, here is R, and here is H. Kindly read out the statement definition here. They are saying the force of attraction between hydrogen atom of one molecule. So suppose if you are considering this is the first molecule, okay, first molecules, okay, so this is going to be what? That is second molecule. So that is what is molecule. This is going to be third molecule, and this is going to be the fourth molecule. Now we are defining here is the force of attraction between hydrogen atom of one molecule with most electronegative FON of another molecule is known as hydrogen bonding. So what is this? Is the hydrogen atom of one molecule. going to join with the most electronegative atom of another molecule, that is nitrogen. Then here is this hydrogen is going to join with another nitrogen. One hydrogen is going to join with the another nitrogen. So these things, because this bond is formed hydrogen and between most electronegative atom, nitrogen, oxygen or fluorine. So this is going to be the hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding. Are you be able to understand?
Yeah.
Okay. If you want to write, you can write, or you can, if
Just
you want
one
to.
second. I'm just
Yeah,
writing
yeah,
down
yeah.
the structures.
You have time.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Done.
Yeah, I wrote it.
Okay, okay. So what we are doing here, I am erasing this one, and we are going for the another things. Okay. Types of hydrogen bonding. Let us will be giving you some more example. Types of hydrogen bonding. This is types of hydrogen bonding. This. If you are talking about types of hydrogen bonding, so there are two types of hydrogen bonding is there. If it is taught in your school, can you please tell me what are the two types of hydrogen bonding?
Two types of hydrogen bonding.
Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, no issue, no issue. If it is not taught, how can you tell me? Intermolecular hydrogen bonding, that is H bonding,
so
and
there's
second one
inter
is
and intra, right?
intramolecular H bonding. Okay. So when you talk about the intermolecule and intramolecule, so see, just now I told you inter. What is meaning of inter? Derived from international. Okay, international. Inter means derived from international. Means between two different. Between two. Okay, you can write different molecule. Now, if you are talking about here, meaning of the inter, I told you. If you are talking about intra, okay, intra, in the same molecule, in the same molecule. Do you know domestic flight, when you are traveling in the same country, they are known as domestic flight. A domestic flight terminals are there, that is what is known as intranational. Intranational means that is the same country. If suppose in India, if I am in India, so there are the matches are there, cricket match are there, no? They are like the Ranji Trophy are there. Ranji Trophy is played between the states. Okay, right. So that is what known as what intra no intra-state champion. Intra-state champion means in the same country, intra-state championship. Similarly, if between the two, just now the match are going to be played between the India and South Africa, so that are the international match. But means you can correlate international means between two different. Intra means in the same. Yes,
In the
yeah.
same. Yeah.
So here if you are going here, so inter means between H bonding. Let me write in the let me write in the details. How can I write? I'll be writing. So the hydrogen bonding, the hydrogen bonding in two different molecule, two different molecule, two different molecules are known as what they are saying are known as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So what we are writing, that is here is there. Suppose I am having the para-nitrophenol. Para-nitrophenol. This is the one molecule is there. Then another, if you are we are 1,4 di hydroxybenzene. Example I am writing hydroxybenzene. This is there. Okay. Para aminophenol. That is, I am giving you so a little bit para aminophenol. Little bit of example I'm giving you so that it can be little bit interesting for you. Para aminophenol. Para aminophenol. Okay. And another molecule you already know. HF is there. You know. Then H2O is there. Then we can write NH3 is there. RNH2 is there. So etc. So many molecules are there. Thousands of molecules are there. Some of them I'm writing. Okay. Some of them. Here I am going for this portion. Little bit if extra going, then no problem now.
Yeah, no problem.
Otherwise, what happen if you are telling some extra things, little bit maybe difficult or easy. So a student find difficulties. That's why you are telling that is which is irrelevant. They are the relevant only, but little bit. If you are aware about the IPSC nomenclature, it will be easy. Otherwise, if you are not aware about the structure of the phenol and all, so it can be difficult. So it will go above the head. So here we are talking about intermolecular H bonding. So that is hydrogen bonding. Here I am writing the definition. Hydrogen bonding in the same molecule. Hydrogen bonding in the same molecule. Hydrogen bonding in the same molecule. Hydrogen bonding in the same molecules is known as hydrogen bonding in the same molecule is known as intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Molecular H bonding. Example, if you are writing, that is orthonitrophenol. Orthonitrophenol. Okay. Either you can write ortho. There is aminophenol. There are so many are there. Orthoaminophenol. These things are there. We'll be discussing some more examples. But first of all, you should know that is the in what is the difference between intermolecular and what is the difference between intramolecular. Okay. Hydrogen bonding, I told you very clearly that hydrogen bonding only found if the hydrogen atom is attached with the three atom: oxygen, fluorine, nitrogen. Oxygen, fluorine, nitrogen. Either you can write I memorize in the form of FON: fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen form. Fluorine, oxygen, nitrogen. If the hydrogen atom is attached with these only atoms, then they are going to form the hydrogen bonding. Otherwise, they are going to form dipole-dipole attraction, not the hydrogen bonding. So this is the point. What is hydrogen bonding? The force of hydrogen atom of one molecule with the most electronegative atom of another molecule is known as hydrogen bonding. Again, I'm telling you, the force of attraction between hydrogen atom of one molecule with most electronegative atom of another molecule is hydrogen bonding. You already, I think you make a note of that. So did you understand this the definition of hydrogen bonding?
Yeah.
Okay. So hydrogen bonding is, sorry, are two type. What are they? Are the intermolecular hydrogen bonding and another is intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular, I told you, between the two molecule. Intra means in the same molecule. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay. I want to erase it. If you want to write something, you please make a note of it. Then I'll erase this. So I'll explain the
Yes,
then
sir.
whatever example I wrote, I will try to draw the diagram of that.
Okay.
You can ask me also. Don't think the one-way teaching. One-way teaching is not good at all. If you are facing anything problem, you can ask me that out also.
I think, yeah, I noted it down. I have no questions as of right now. We're going through this quite well.
Okay, okay, no problem. Firstly, you write down. If you complete writing, you let me know.
All right, I completed writing. Yeah, I wrote it.
Okay, very good, very good. So we are going to study the examples of it.
Mhm.
We are going to study the examples. Whatever we wrote the examples now, let us try to
Yeah.
see how they are the intramolecular or intermolecular. What are they? Okay. Have you heard about the IPAC nomenclature? Sorry.
I have not.
Okay. IUPAC nomenclature is not done. Na?
Mm-mm.
So means these compounds you may be listening first time, that is orthonitrophenol or the paranitrophenol. Yes, yeah, no.
Yeah.
So, but forcefully, I am telling you the name, this one. Na? You may find the difficulties of this, but I am telling you this one, how that is intermolecular force of attraction is there. See, if you are talking about this one, this is the structure of phenol. This is the OH. This is the phenol. Yeah, this is the phenol, right? NO2 group is there. That is what is known as nitro. This is the nitro. What I am going to do here, I am writing this one. I am changing to this first position. This is very first position is known as ortho. Second position is known as going to be meta. This is the meta. And last one, this position, whatever this position is there, that is what is known as para. Okay. So here you see that is where I am mentioning this one. Okay. So here is I am mentioning here is OH, ortho. The OH is there. So this is ortho, meta, and para. So that is here I mentioned what NO2 group. Got it? Can we mention here? Yes, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let us draw. Now we are going to draw the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So I am making this molecule in the horizontal manner. Here is we are having, that is, if you are talking about, here is the N is there, and with this one there are bond are there O, and here is the O, and this is the oxygen is there. Here is hydrogen, and here is this one. So this molecule is real structure is like this. Now let us try to write down one more molecule. Okay. So if you are writing one more molecule, see what can be the another molecule. Here is there is the similar molecule we are N. Here is double bond O. Here is coordinate bond O, and here is again going to be O and H. One thing. Now you can make another molecule. What is N? Here is the double bond O. Here is coordinate bond O. This is the benzene ring is going to be like this. This is the benzene ring. And here is O and here is H. Although if it is getting tough, you let me know, sir. Don't teach, I will not teach. See what they are saying. Force of attraction between hydrogen atom of one molecule with electronegative atom of one molecule, another molecule. H bonding, I told you definition. H bonding, if you do not forget, that will be very easy. Force of attraction, force of attraction, force of attraction, force of attraction force of attraction between H atom of one molecule, H atom of one molecule, one molecule with most electronegative atom of another molecule. Most electronegative atom of another molecule. Atom of another molecule. Another molecule. So this one, most electronegative atom means oxygen, fluorine, nitrogen. Okay. So see,
Mm-hmm.
this is negative charge. Yes, yeah, no.
This is negative. Yeah.
This is the partial positive charge hydrogen.
Yeah.
This is the negative charge partial negative. This is partial positive. Is it clear?
Yes.
Now, see, that is plus polarity develop in the molecule. So that is here what will be there. That is the hydrogen atom and most electronegative atom are going to form the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Since this bond is between two different molecules, this is the first molecule, this is the second molecule, this is third molecule. So this bonding is known as what? What we will name this bonding? intermolecular
Intermolecular.
hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Are you be able to understand?
Yes.
Little bit this example is tough. This because if you are encounter with this example, no, first time you are listening, so it will be difficult for you to draw. Okay, this, but you try to understand, because when you study something beyond from the book, you try to apply your imagination on different molecule, then only the things become too much interesting. Otherwise, if you are we become the bookworm only. Whatever there in the book, we study that much and we know that much. So until or unless we apply our IQ and our imagination on different molecule, it's become less interesting. But when we apply now, we think, how can you think that is where is the electronegative atom, in which molecule oxygen and fluorine and nitrogen are there attached with hydrogen? So where possibilities is there you can make the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, this is.
Yeah.
If you want any other of these in this example, I will tell you that is other example also.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
If you want some other example, like I have given so many example, paranitrophenol and para-aminophenol, HF, H2O, NH3, RNH2, 1,4-dihydroxybenzene. I'll tell you. Otherwise, we'll move on this one. You try this one by yourself. One I told you, na. You try one. This one I told you, and another this one. This example I told you in the previous topic, and one here I told you. Now, this you try HF, H2O, NH3. Can you try this one? HF, H2O, NH3?
Sure.
Do you have writing pad also?
I have like my notebook with me.
So is it attached with your in your laptop right now?
Oh, no, it's not.
Okay. When it will be attached, na? When because if suppose I need to ask the problem from you, so how you will tell? That is the problem. Where you will write, where you will show. Until or unless you are not showing to me, I will not be able to know that 100% you understood or not. So if there is writing, so as like I am writing, you can also write. Okay, it takes only 4,000-5,000 rupees, very cheap cost. So you can purchase that one writing pad.
I'll check that out. Yes.
So both way, like I am writing here now on this one, you can also write that, sir, this is the problem I'm not understanding. What I am drawing, is it correct or not? Like that you can do. Getting my point?
Yeah.
Because one more student I am taking, that is she is from some other place. Jainab, her name is Jainab, 12th standard student. So she is having that setup. So she is, whenever she is facing any of the problem, she started doing calculation or anything. So it's become interesting, two-way process, na? Interesting. Did you draw on this one?
Yeah. So what I saw was that like so fluorine will be the more will be the negative pole, and hydrogen will be the positive. So in the intermolecular hydrogen bonding, we can see that the fluorine and the hydrogen will exert the force on each other.
See, this is the, you are talking about HF. This is the negative is there. This is the positive is there. See, this bond is going to be covalent bond. You may be knowing covalent bond. Okay, what is covalent bond? It is a bond formed by sharing of electron. Bond formed by sharing of electron. Okay, in non-metal, sharing of electrons. See, if you are talking about hydrogen, that is only one electron is there, so I am mentioning one dot. If you are talking about fluorine, that is 2 and 7. So fluorine will take, that is 7. I am putting with the electron of fluorine 7. So this way. Now both are going to be combined, H and F. So what they will do, because fluorine is having 7, to complete the octet is required 1 electron. 2 to 4 to 6, 1, 7. Hydrogen 1 is there, it want to complete like helium. So how they are going to do? They are sharing their electron. Since one electron gets shared, so what will become? They form the single bond, H single bond F. Now what happened here, since it is electronegative, so both the electron is near to fluorine. Both the electrons are near to fluorine, and hydrogen having the lesser electron. So this become negative and this become positive. Now what your problem was, something what I understood your problem, because you are orally you are telling na. So if you are writing that, then it's become very easy. You are saying that is here is the negative charge, this is positive charge, and this is negative charge, and this is positive charge. So if so here you are saying if bond is there, then what will be there on this force? Is it
I said that the hydrogen will have positive and fluorine will have negative. Not hydrogen will be negative and fluorine positive.
No, this never possible.
Yeah.
This never possible. That hydrogen can be negative. Only it possible. See, the only one in the chemistry only is having only one case. When in case of what? In case of metal hydride. In case of metal hydride. Keep in mind. Only this is the only exceptional case for hydrogen. In case of metal hydride, that is when hydrogen combined with metal. When hydrogen combined with metal. Hydrogen combined with metal. Hydrogen combined with metal. Then only it acquire negative charge.
Yeah.
Negative charge. This is what the case. In the chemistry, hydrogen is having two type of charge, positive and negative, one plus, one minus. Positive, see the concept is very simple. If it is attached with the electropositive atom, like metals are electron donors, always metal release the electron. So suppose it is there like NaF is there, you can make that is NaF. So NaH. So you know very well that is sodium is metal because it gives the electron. Okay, so what will happen here this case, sodium is donating its electron because it is having 281 extra electron. So in this case it is positive, and in this case it is negative. Only this is the case. Otherwise there is no possibilities that in hydrogen bonding hydrogen can acquire negative charge. Impossible.
Got it.
Are you be able to understand this?
Yeah.
Wait. I'm giving you one question on this. One question I'm giving, which have highest magnitude of hydrogen bonding, which have hydrogen bonding, which have highest magnitude of hydrogen bonding. Magnitude means strength. I know. Magnitude means strength, not the number of bond. So A number option they have given HF. B number option is H2O. C number option NH3. D number option, all have same magnitude. Let me write. All have same magnitude. All have same strength.
I think this is going to be.
See, greater the positive, I know, greater, that is more positive and more negative. More positive and more negative. A strong bond.
HF.
You got the answer. HF is the answer. Generally, what they thought, a student thought, they put that is the H2O. They thought that is H2O is H2O, yeah, NH3, like that. That they thought that is there is more number of bond. No, magnitude means strength. So fluorine is most electronegative atom. Hydrogen is common. So fluorine is electronegative. I told you, its value is 4. Its value is 2.1. And its value is something, oxygen value is around 3. And nitrogen is also around, that is 3. Okay, so which is having the highest? Fluorine is having electronegative and hydrogen is common. So most electronegative and most positive, that is the strongest bond. Are you be able to understand?
Yeah.
Can I erase this?
Yeah.
Let me write another things. That is example of what the last point I am telling you. Example of. Are you busy or what? That is, you have some other work to do. Can I leave the meeting?
I actually have to leave in like 5 minutes. I have another class.
So can we do the example tomorrow then?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you so much, Saurya, for being online with me.
Thank you.
I hope it will be helpful. This lecture will be helpful to you to understand. See you.
Thank you, sir. Have a
Okay.
good day.
Welcome.